What's up, y'all? I am back for another video. Today, I'm reviewing an interesting movie called Santa Shark. I just saw the title, and I wanted to, watch it just because of the name. My God, I knew it was gonna be bad. It was never gonna be good, right? But I was hoping it was at least gonna be. No, it wasn't even entertaining bad. Like it wasn't like Jack Frost, even Cruel Jaws. I had fun with. This was just bad. Like it was boring. The shark looked like shit. The main character he had to follow just was annoying. He has this like magic pen that I guess he draws something and it manifests because he has it's a really bad version of almost like Krampus, where instead of a wish, he draws this shark and it manifests into reality and it basically kills his family. And he has to try to stop it. It is such a bad movie. Like, this video isn't going to be long because there's not really a lot I can say. Like, there's just a lot of nothing. It's clearly shot by, it looks like not even a fan film. Because I've seen fan films that look decent. This looks like someone was just like, you know what, I'm going to make a movie and not even give a fuck. And that's what this was. The main character is annoying. The family is annoying. They have to follow. The acting's terrible. I was hoping this was going to be more of like a meme-worthy movie, and it just wasn't. With a name like fucking Santa Jaws, I was hoping at least it was going to be fun bad like Cruel Jaws was. I had fun reviewing that. Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that's a good movie, but I had fun in a way kind of watching it, just where it was going to go next. The fact that it blatantly played Star Wars music, it was nothing like that in this movie. This movie was just bad. It was boring. It was bad and boring. I just kind of wanted it to end. You barely even see the shark. I kind of regret even suggesting to do this movie. At least Jack Frost 1 and 2 were fun, you know? They were bad, but at least they were fun. And even, like, the acting was so bad in the sense, like, it was fun to laugh at how bad. The acting in this was just painful. Not even, like, fun to make fun of, you know? It was just bad, so. Yeah. Tomorrow, at least, I'll be doing something positive. I will be going through my favorite horror movies of the year. And I was actually able to come up with 10, because I actually think there was some pretty good horror this year. I mean, my number one obviously being Nefarious, but I think there were some really good ones this year. Like last year, I saw someone tweet, side point, this is a couple months ago, where they're like, oh, horror sucks now this year. I'm like, what? I would argue the last year, like even including 2022 and then this year, horror has been great. X, fucking, this year you had Talk to Me, you had Nefarious, you had The Boogeyman, Thanksgiving, like that's just this year. I mean, but even last year, like X is from last year, but yeah, I feel like, yeah, horror sucks in like the main. I'll probably talk about this a little bit more tomorrow. The main like horror that's based off IP, like Halloween and Scream, have kind of sucked, obviously, because Halloween Ends was shit. Scream 5 was shit. Scream 6 was okay, minus the fucking shitty reveal in the end. But the only real decent IP horror this year was probably Evil Dead. Everything else has sucked, So I'd argue. But in terms of just regular movie, horror has been pretty good this year, I feel like. So I don't even agree with that. But anyway, that's a side point. So I'll be talking about that tomorrow, going through my favorite horror movies of the year. And there's been some pretty good ones this year. Like I said, not any. The IPs may have sucked. Obviously, you got shit like that shitty new Pet Cemetery prequel no one asked for, or this Omen prequel no one asked for. I'll admit I haven't seen those, but they probably are shit. I just kind of thinking about it, they probably are shit. But at least in terms of like just horror, it's not based off. He's been pretty good this year, so we'll go through that tomorrow. But let's get into, I guess, Hannah fucking Jaws. I'm just more mad that it wasn't as memeable, because I knew going in it wasn't going to fucking be good, but I was hoping it was at least going to be memeable like fucking Cruel Jaws was, or Jack Frost, even Thanksgiving, that I reviewed last year. Not good movies, but at least they were memeable. And like even the acting was so bad, it was like you could laugh at it, There was none of that in this. So I'm gonna be saying that a lot in this review. Or rant. I guess it'll be more of a rant. It's probably not going to really be a review. So, anyway, let's get into it.
So the movie starts off, you see the shark kills somebody, and it comes back. And the funny thing is, the shark actually looks pretty funny. It has like a fucking. It looks like a candy cane, like, I guess, horn. Like, almost like a unicorn horn. It's covered in, like, Christmas lights. Its eyes are red, like, Rudolph's nose. It wears a Santa hat on its fin. Like, that's funny. Like, looking. But then it's like. No. None of the characters you care about. I mean, and I'm just gonna be fucking honest. I'm not even gonna say their name. I don't remember their name. I think the main character is Max. I can fucking wrong. I don't remember the main character's name at all, or any character's name, to be honest. So this is gonna be one of those reviews where I just say random person dies. So the main character has basically this magic pen. And if you wish anything you want, it basically it's one of those, it kind of ends up happening. Cause he draws a shark because his family treats him like shit. And oh my god, the main character's voice. I mean, I get it. That's how he sounds, right? You can't help the way you fucking sound. But my god, it was nails on a chalkboard every time he fucking opened his voice. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I was just. Oh my god, I was cringing every fucking time he'd open his fucking mouth. I was just fucking done. I was just like, oh my god. Then he has friends who owns like a comic book shop, and I guess he made a comic called Santa Jaws, and then the shark becomes real, kills his uncle and his friends, or dad's friends. And what else can I really say? Like, the shark. I almost didn't do this video, but I've been kind of not doing a lot of it. Like, there's been movies where I've watched and I'm like, I'm not gonna do a video on. I did that a couple of times. There's a movie called Home Sweet Home I reviewed last month, or I was gonna review last month because it was gonna be like a Thanksgiving related movie. I didn't do that one. I ended up doing Evil Bong. So I figured I'll do this one. Even if I don't really have a lot to say, because I don't, like, it's the shark, you barely see it. It clearly looks like this is like someone's first movie, but not even in a good way. Like, the characters you don't care for, the main character has asshole parents who treat him like shit. That's that trope kind of deal. And, yeah, the shark starts picking off people. It ends up, everyone kind of starts realizing it's real. Then it starts picking them off. The parents realize it's real, so the main character runs into this girl he basically has a crush on throughout the whole movie, and she's probably one of the worst actors in the movie. They're all bad, but the main character has more of an annoying voice, and his acting, I'll be fair, it's funny, because I did find his voice annoying, and he was annoying to listen to, but he probably wasn't the worst character in terms of acting. That fucking love interest of his, I don't remember her name, just random chick, fucking, oh my god, she was painful to listen to. Like, Anne was just a bad actress. She just couldn't deliver lines. There was the vapid chick who ends up getting killed. The shop owner ends up taking the
because the main character, when they realize they have to kill the shark or try to kill the shark with weapons, they leave the comic shop, but he ends up dropping the pen, right? And I guess you draw anything you want, it becomes real. So the comic clerk kind of becomes greedy out of nowhere. This whole plot, the scene where he's like, we have to be the ones, the main character, we have to be the ones to kill the shark. It's so unearned, that scene. It's like, wait, are we trying to do some speech here? Where you're like the badass leader, and we gotta stand up for what's wrong. Like, I can't take you seriously, dude. Like, really? Like, it's so bad. Like, it doesn't even feel like that speech is earned. You don't buy it at all. Like, this dude would do all this shit. Um, they try to kill their shark, but his friend ends up getting killed by the creature, and just he snaps at his parent. Like, I'm just kind of just bum rushing through this movie because not a lot fucking happens. Like, I can't really, I can't really go into detail. Like, there's just not a lot that happens in this movie. Like, I was expecting this movie to be kind of like a meme-worthy movie. That's the reason I picked it. The fucking name, Santa Jaws. You know, I've been having fun reviewing like these kind of B movies. You know, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to pick one every few weeks or every other week or however. But this one just sucked. You know, the name. I was hoping it was going to be more of a meme-worthy movie, and it just fucking isn't. It's painfully dull. I just wanted it to end. It's one of those movies, guys, I kind of just tuned out. You know, there's a point where I just kind of tune out. Like, you know, because sometimes when I watch a movie, I'll also be watching, like, a stream, either on YouTube or one of my friends' streams when they're streaming on Kick or Twitch. And I'll have the movie on in the background, but I'm still paying attention. Like, if it's a really good movie, I can do both. Pay attention to that and also do what I'm doing on watching a stream. This is one of those, I'll be honest, I was more into the stream. I kind of tuned out. So I'll be honest, it's one of those. I was really hoping this was going to be more of a fucking movie I can riff on. That's one of the reasons I picked it. I thought, oh, this is going to be a movie you can riff on. It's called Santa Jaws, and it was just more dull than anything. So I'll just speed it. The dude, they go back to the comic shop because they have to get the pen, and he has a hot, like, Russian girlfriend who doesn't speak, and he has, like, a fancy car. He has a bunch of money, so they realize he used the pen, so they try to go at him because he ends up dipping, acting like he's gonna go get the pen, but he really left. We get a chase scene. The girl manages to retrieve the pen. The guy gets killed by the shark. The main character, like, burns the paper and it ends up killing the shark. Whatever. There's, like, one scene where you do see the shark kind of in full and it looks terrible. Like, clearly bad CGI. And here's the thing. I'm fine with that. I can, like, Eight-Legged Freaks. That's not objectively a good movie, but I have fun with it, you know? It's in the vein of Tremors, killer giant spiders, but it leans into it. Even Thanksgiving, objectively not good, but I can, even every now and then, I don't have a problem watching that movie because I can laugh at it. It's a movie I can riff on. Jack Frost, I can riff on it. This is one I can't. I was hoping this was going to be one of those, and I know I'm saying a lot in this video, but I just can't, there's not a lot to say about the story. It just kind of, they beat the shark, happily ever after, he gets the girl, fuck cares, fuck this movie. I was a little disappointed. I was hoping this was going to be more of a fun than anything, and it just, I was hoping it was at least going to be funny, you know, to laugh at, and it just wasn't. It was boring. I was bored. The shark, there was not even any cool shark kill. They're kind of unmemorable. The shark just kind of grabs them and kills people. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna call it. That's really all I can say. I have not really a lot to say about this one. So tomorrow, at least I'll be talking about something I like. We'll be talking my favorite. It's 10 favorite horror movies of the year. So that'll be fun. Um, and then Thursday, we'll be doing X-Men Apocalypse. Oh man, I'm kind of dreading that one because to me they should have just ended it on Days of Future Past. Had such a good ending. To me, I'm gonna keep saying it. That is my canon ending for the Fox X-Men movies. Then I guess Logan is Wolverine's ending. But I kind of the main Fox X-Men, I think Days of Future Past is where it ends for me. There's no point of Apocalypse. They kind of ruined the character of Apocalypse. There's character decisions that don't make sense. Like, let's make Storm and Psylocke part of the Four Horsemen of the Why? Archangel makes sense because that happens in the comics. Granted, in the comics, he's already a member of the X-Men. He kind of becomes corrupted. That does work better, but fine. If you want to still do it, even if he's not part of the X-Men, okay. But why is Psylocke? She should be a member of the X-Men. She should have started off on her own, and they find her. She becomes a member. Same as Storm. Weird decision to make them the villains. And it's crazy because Olivia Munn, not a great actress or anything, but she was decent as Psylocke, at least looking wise. She looked like the character. That's one of the things I'll admit at the time. I was kind of hyped about the movie a little bit because I'm like, they finally have Psylocke looking like Psylocke, because then before that, she's randomly in X-Men 3, and she's not even in like her costume. She's just some random purple-haired chick. And they didn't even give her the right hair, because Psylocke has like long hair. They gave her like a pixie cut, and they think, oh, let's just make some random chick with purple hair. That's Psylocke. And no, they act. So we have a Psylocke who kind of looked like the character in a movie, and they just did nothing with her. So I'm going to be going in about that on Thursday. And then Friday, best, worst movies of the year. Because you know what? I guess apparently you're Satan now if you do these lists. If you do worst of the movie, these directors traded work so hard. Yeah, they worked hard on making shit like The Flash, and I pretty much have made it obvious. My number one is Expendables 4. Like movies, like they worked hard on that, guys. So I'll be talking about that, and then but anyway, I'm not gonna go into the rest. I think y'all pretty much know. I'll go more into it later in the week, but tomorrow we'll get into something I like. Fuck Santa Jaws, whatever the fuck. Fuck this movie. I'm kind of mad at myself for picking. I thought it was gonna be more of a meme-worthy movie just because of the name. Like even a movie I watched a few months, I didn't review it. I probably should. I might actually. There's a movie called Ouija Shark, and then there was another one called I forgot the name, but it was literally they took the animatronic from Jaws, Ghost Shark. That's what it was. It was Ghost Shark and Ouija Shark, and I think it was Ghost Shark that the shark they used is clearly the Jaws Bruce animatronic. They somehow were able to get away with this. I don't know how, but they were. Because clearly the shark they were using was that shark. Like, it is, man. So, but at least that one was meme-worthy. I had fun roasting it. This, I didn't. I'm not even roasting it. I'm just kind of half-ass shitting on it. Because you know what? I still wanted to do a video today. I didn't want to skip the day. I've been doing that lately. So, anyway, guys. We'll be doing something better tomorrow. I'll probably do it during... I don't know, because I'm going to be watching Lord of the Rings a lot of the day tomorrow. So, we'll see if I can. But I'm going to cheat, because it's a list, so I don't necessarily have to. Depending on how early I wake up. If I wake up at, like, maybe 7:30, if I'm in the mood, I'll get up. I might get up and just do that. We'll do that list, so get it out the way. But anyway, if nothing goes on, let's say, because this movie's like, so I'm probably going to start the movie around like 4 tomorrow. Not 4, 8 tomorrow. And it's 4.5 hours, so it'll probably be done 12:31. If nothing's going around 1:30, I'll probably do it then. So, but anyway, guys, I'm going to call it here. Santa Shark is a 0 out of 10. I'm not even going to rate it. Fuck it. Anyway, cheers and peace out. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all tomorrow.